Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to my YouTube channel or my podcast. I'm Will coming out of the Multidimensional Guide, and I'm here to help you awaken, heal, and expand your consciousness. A few episodes ago, I gave an overview of the 9 dimensions of consciousness, and if you haven't watched that one, I suggest that you watch it after this video so that this information that I'm about to share will make even more sense to you. I'll leave the video at the end, or you can find the link in the description. So today, I want to talk about the main signs that show us which of the dimensions we are most connected to. Now, we are connected to all of them. In fact, we are all of them, but there are some that we feel more connected to, some that we don't feel so connected to, and also sometimes it's one or a few aspects of a dimension that we may not feel a connection with. And this is absolutely normal and actually really good, because it shows us areas in ourselves that we can improve and or that we need to pay some attention to. The same goes for the ones that you feel connected to. They may confirm that you're on the right path and that somehow you're fulfilling your calling on earth in this lifetime. Also, just a reminder that even though I am going to be delivering this information in a linear fashion, these dimensions intersect and your connection to them also evolve and change as you evolve and change, or in other words, as you expand your consciousness. And inside my program, The Multidimensional Self, a journey through your 9 dimensions of consciousness, we go even deeper in the subject, and every time that you go through these dimensions, there are always new layers about yourself revealed to you. That's why all members of the community have access to the content for a whole year and lifetime access to the support inside our private group. So if you would like to be a part of the Multidimensional Self community, you can apply and learn more at themultidimensionalself.com. And as always, you can find the link in the description. So let's get to it. And as you listen to me, connect with your heart and feel which one or which ones, because it can definitely be more than one, that you feel most drawn to. Number 1, signs that you're more connected to 1D. You love crystals and you either already work with them or have an inner desire to learn more about them. You may be a healer that works with crystal therapy, or you're interested in DNA healing and activation. You're also very connected to the spirit of Gaia, and you have a deep inner calling to contribute to the healing and expansion of Mother Gaia and of the collective. Number 2, signs that you're more connected to 2D. You have a deep connection with nature and Mother Earth, and you often feel called or the need to ground and connect with nature. You're into shamanism and shamanic healing techniques, which is also very 3D, and you're interested in plant medicine such as ayahuasca, San Pedro, and herbal medicine. You may or may want to communicate with plants and crystals and rocks, and you're very connected to the elementals and the nature spirits. Your calling may be related to the environment, nature, or using natural ways for healing, whether that means through foods, plants, herbs, essential oils, and things like that. Number 3, signs that you're more connected to 3D. You may also have a connection with nature and the environment like with 1D and 2D, but you're also very much connected with your physical body and movement. You also love traveling and getting to know more of the planet through really connecting with new cultures and places. You actually love your human experience and embrace it all, at least for most of the time. Your calling may be related to healing and working with the physical body. Number 4, signs that you're more connected to 4D. The 4D has a lot of different aspects, and you can learn more about 4D in this video, but I'll share the main signs that you're predominantly connected to 4D. You are very connected to your mind, so you may be a very logical person, very knowledgeable, someone who's quick to find solutions. Hence, you're also very interested in human behavior and psychology. So you may work or may want to work in the area of psychology or some other kind of therapy that takes care of the mind and the emotions too. You have the potential to tap into your emotional system and use it as a tool to heal and as a bridge into exploring higher consciousness. You may be into politics, history, and collective issues, so much so that you may be or have the desire to be some kind of activist, or at least to spread the word about the causes that you stand for. You're also very likely to be interested in how the quantum field works and all things related to manifestation. Number 5, signs that you're more connected to 5D. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I talk a lot about 5D consciousness, so you may know that 5D is all about love and oneness and living a heart-centered life. So for that reason, you're very connected to your heart, your emotions, and your heart's guidance. You may be someone who's very compassionate, very kind, very forgiving and loving, maybe to the extreme. You are also naturally very intuitive, and you may also be naturally in touch with your psychic abilities, and or you have the desire and the potential to develop them if you wish to. So your calling may be related to healing, teaching, or arts. You may be a healer or a teacher or an artist, but whatever it is that you do, anything that you create comes from your heart with the intention to help others in a deep way. You also may consider yourself to be a starseed, a light worker, or an empath. Maybe you've always felt different to most people or felt very sensitive to emotions and energies. And so it's important for you to ground yourself and be in your 3D body and learn to love this 3D world that you're in, because this is also your home. So learn to accept and honor that you're here to help anchor 5D consciousness just by you being here. If you want to learn more about 5D, I'll leave a card to my 5D playlist here and a link in the description. Number 6, signs that you're more connected to 6D. 6D is all about sacred geometry. And so you may be very interested in sacred geometry. You may also consider yourself to be a creative person, and I personally believe that we are all creative people, but you may be someone who works with something that requires you to be creative, and or you find ways to use more creative resources in your work. So you may use creativity as a spiritual practice and as a channeling experience for you, because guess what? It is. And whether you do that through writing, drawing, painting, sculpture, art, craft, design, you are always manifesting your ideas from the higher dimensions into the material world. You may also practice yoga and use it as a practice of integration between mind, body, and spirit, feminine and masculine energies. And you may also be very interested in cats and Egyptian culture. And if you want to find out why, you can check my video on 6D here. Number 7, signs that you're more connected to 7D. You are very interested in sound. You love music, singing, instruments, sound healing, and you are a music lover, and sound plays an important role in your life and in your routine. And you have this desire to learn more about frequencies and vibration and how this can heal you and also others and the world. You can be very intuitive, mostly clairaudient, clairvoyant, and claircognizant. You're interested in channeled material as well as interested in channeling for yourself. You're also very aware of how your voice and your words can impact others and the world. So your calling may be related to using your voice in some capacity or using sound and frequencies for healing. Number 8, signs that you're more connected to 8D. If you are predominantly connected to 8D, you're very sensitive to energy and you're very aware of it. You can easily feel the energy of a room or a space or of a person or of a group of people, sometimes without even interacting with them. So you may be an empath too. So for that reason, you may also be naturally very intuitive and maybe even telepathic too. And I say naturally because we all have these powers within us. It is inherent to us, but some of us need to do a little more work to awaken and develop them, and some of us have come to earth with these abilities already on, if you will. And so these people would actually benefit from deepening their connection with 2D and 3D, for example. As an 8D person, you love the sun and you're more of a day person. You are also interested in light language and in channeled material, as well as you're interested in channeling for yourself too. You may feel called to use your energy awareness and sensitivity in your healing practice. Number 9, signs that you're more connected to 9D. You are and always have been fascinated by the stars, the galaxies, and the night sky. So you may be more of a night person, unlike in 8D. You may actually love the darkness and feel very connected to the cycles of the moon, the stars, and the galaxies. So you're interested in subjects like astrology, astronomy, cosmology, and you probably feel like you are a star seed, like your home is in the stars. And so again, as a 9D person, you may benefit from connecting with your body and grounding in nature. You may feel connected to star beings and their wisdom and assistance, and so your calling may be related to bringing that wisdom, that cosmic information and assistance down to earth, to humanity. So these are some of the main signs that you're connected to a specific dimension of consciousness. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you may definitely feel connected to more than one, and more than that, you will also find that they are very much related to each other. As for myself, for example, being a healer, a teacher, and an artist, I feel very connected to 5D, surprise, but also very connected to 7D because I'm also a singer and a songwriter, and now I'm expanding my knowledge and my practice to use sound and my voice as healing tools in my work. And more recently, I just feel like I have deepened my connection with my body, so that's a very 3D thing, and I've also been called to ground more and connect more with nature, whether it's through the food that I eat or through a walk in the park, and that's a very 2D thing. So as we journey through these dimensions, we learn more about ourselves and find more tools to continue to explore the many layers of our multidimensional self. So I'm really curious to hear which of these dimensions do you feel most connected to, and why? Was there a big insight or an aha moment for you? Let me know in the comments, and also feel free to ask any questions. If you want to not only learn more about the 9 dimensions of consciousness, but actually going through a transformative and healing journey, consider joining me and a group of beautiful souls in my program, The Multidimensional Self. You can learn more about it and check out some of the testimonials by going to themultidimensionalself.com. You can click here or find the link in the description. Thank you so much for being here and choosing to spend your time with me. As always, keep shining your light, keep your heart open, and let love lead the way. I love you. See you in the next episode. Bye.